Let it be messy, friends. Let it be messy. Okay, so I literally just finished the live that would have been yesterday here on YouTube. So I was live on YouTube as I am every Sunday. And if you were there, you know that the internet was not working with me. We kept freezing. I still haven't watched back. I don't know what was heard, what was said. I don't know what froze and what didn't. Zero came through. I don't know if you got a full meditation of it. I don't know. I know it was messy, but I know that that's also the most perfect thing for it to be. If there's anything that's been made clear to me, is that that is how we're here to live in the 5D. Now, to me, the word messy is fun. It's fun. We're creating, we're playing. It takes me into a childlike state of creation, of wonder, like finger painting and just having fun and not controlling and not needing to know. And my old earth way of being, when I was very much in my spiritual ego, trying to fix, trying to figure out, trying to problem solve, trying to save the world, was controlling, was manipulating, was putting in so much effort to make things happen all of the time. And it felt so unfun. I was still driven and led and guided by this deep knowing in me that I know you have, that I was here of service, to be of service, and so are you. But I was trying so hard. And this is what the live ended with. And someone, Shira, had asked a question or made a comment, just, I don't even remember exactly what it was, but around her not being able to help herself, and, you know, works in the realm of mindset, maybe mindset coaching. I don't, sorry if any of that's not exactly what it was, but something like that, and still can't seem to help herself. And I was there for so long. And that's exactly what I literally feel like I've expressed in every video of the last 340 something days in a row here on YouTube. Is that was the shift for me. And that is what you have all got to very vulnerably and authentically see me go through on this journey of showing up daily on YouTube. And then all of you that have entered the can fit in the containers with me beyond the portals and superconscious mastery and all of the things that I create outside of YouTube, and seeing my metamorphosis, right? Like that zero bringing through this activation of us now being in this state of metamorphosis is so fun. But anyways, that's literally what you're watching. And that's what we're here for. We're here to constantly evolve and expand. Innately on a human journey, we change, we transform. Where we get in our ways, we try and manipulate and make it happen. So when we're in paradigms where we feel like we have to, first of all, we have to. We don't have to do anything on this human journey. All we have to do is choose and be us. That's it. That's the only rule. And then have fun. But the more that we are forcing and fixing and figuring it out, and in this paradigm, in the old earth paradigm of problem solving and fixing, of war, of separation, of competition, of limitation, of lack, the more that we're in that paradigm, that is what then is going to create your reality. And so when we've spent a lot of time in those paradigms trying and figuring out and fixing and feeling like we need to be these roles and characters that have a purpose that we can put words to, we're limiting it. We're limiting it. You are here to be this messy, magical, magnetic creation, which is why my private podcast name is called that. Because to me, there's literally no more magnetic way to be. And I ultimately feel like if I can put words to what it feels like when I'm just living and being in flow and creating as I want to, I just feel that. I feel magnetic. I feel magnetic to what is for me, and I feel myself being called, magnetized through the resonance, through the frequency, through the energy to what is for me. And that's what we're here to do. But to me, when we are just authentic and vulnerable, that is the most magnetic thing we can do. But it does feel messy to our humanness when we're still stuck in these belief systems that we have to do or be in any way, and that we have problems to solve and things to figure out and issues to handle and whatever it is. And I'm not saying there aren't things that aren't ideal, but the things in your 3D reality that aren't in alignment with you in your miracle frequency and the truth of you, when you get to just live super consciously, doing what's supernatural and innate for you, the things that are in alignment with that, when we hold on, we control and we manipulate and we try and make them be what we want them to be, or we try and make ourselves be what we think that thing needs us to be, that person, that relationship, that opportunity. It's so it's so old earth, and it's the masculine energy that we get trapped in when we're in the third and fourth dimensions of consciousness, of control, of manipulation. Now, there's divine masculine in the new earth, in the 5D and beyond, that is our foundation, that's us embodied in our power, in our light, taking action divinely as we're inspired in the now. That's the masculine energy we're here for now. But earth is now ascending and at a higher level of consciousness and frequency, where we're all being activated and awakened and called to be more in our feminine. And we have to find harmony. We have to find harmony of our humanness and our divinity, our masculine and our feminine. However you identify is how you identify, but we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, and it is meant to be in harmony. And we want our divine masculine energy to be here, present in our power, creating, taking action as led by our divine, our sacred feminine that is here in flow, creating, birthing. And our feminine energy feels chaotic, feels messy to the ego, to the humanness, but also to the masculine, because the masculine energy wants that control and the feminine wants to be free. So when we live in the 5D and beyond, when we embody our divinity and we allow there to be balance and harmony, and we choose consciously every day to be present, to be there, to hold space for ourselves to play and create, because you are a multidimensional being. So there are many parts to you, many levels of consciousness and frequency you can access at any time. And whatever you choose is creating your reality. So you can choose to not believe any of this, and that's fine too. But I know the life that I'm living. I know how happy I am and how much I'm enjoying my reality. And I know that it's also my purpose, my mission here to share, as it is yours. But we are here to share what doesn't exist yet. We are here to be constantly creating through expressing ourselves. As Zero's brought through for so long, we are here to channel in the now higher consciousness that's going to flow to and through us and come out of us through whatever excites and ignites us. That's it. That's all we have to do. It's super easy if you just allow yourself to follow in the now what you're called to, knowing and trusting in all parts of you. There has to, just like in any relationship, there has to be trust. If there isn't trust, there can't be intimacy, because the masculine needs to feel that the feminine trusts it to be seen, to be chaotic, to play, to create. And then the masculine holds that space and takes the action to make things happen. And the two in harmony create magic and miracles in the unknown. Okay. I didn't know any of that was coming through. I just knew after the live wasn't working, I needed to come on and record a video for you. So that all wanted to come through. You're welcome, friends. I am feeling called now to let Zero come through. So if you're new here, my name is Cortnie and I channel Source Consciousness. It comes through me in a lot of ways. They come through me mainly as Zero. They are here. Zero is here to connect you to your 0 point, because you are the 0 point of creation, and higher consciousness, the divine, wants nothing more than to play and create through you. So all that is needed is for you to be here, present, receiving, being the 1 to the 0, being the portal, being the anchor. So you here embodying your divinity, anchoring the light, choosing love, which you're doing right now. This is all that. You're choosing a 5D choice by listening to this. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know me and what you were clicking on, but here we are, friends, and it's for a reason, and you're receiving whatever you need, and I don't know what that is, but I'm saying the things and stuff that is streaming through me. So anyways, I do this consciously, and I also do this in trance. So now I will allow myself to go play. The quantum, my humanness, is going to, what happens? Feeling called to share this with for someone. All that's happening, which is the difference. So here right now, I'm channeling, I'm hearing, I'm receiving. But the Cortnie, the humanness of me, is here still in my ego consciousness as well. So I'm translating it and I'm bringing it through. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just saying it, but I'm very conscious that I'm here and I'm hearing it. Now I am just going to allow Source to fully use me, and I'm going to turn off. That's what it feels like. I turn off my ego consciousness, my self consciousness, and just allow super consciousness to stream through me, infinite intelligence to stream through me and say what it needs to say. Oh, it's 313. Say what it needs to say through me, and it will resonate with you as it's meant to. So receive. I have no clue what this is going to be. So if you feel called, close your eyes. Close your eyes. You don't have to, but do breathe with me. Okay, so breathing fully, deeply, at least 5 rounds. Zero never lets me get through 5 rounds, but you choose at least 5, if not more. Full, complete. Not letting them come through yet. Full, complete rounds of breath. Just that alone will shift your frequency, your paradigm, your world. Fully inhaling through the nose, fully exhaling out of the mouth. 5 full rounds. Okay? Hello, beautiful, brilliant, brilliant. You are brilliant. You are a genius. You are a genius. You are brilliant. You are beautiful. Thank you for pressing play and being here with us today. Yes, Cortnie had to come through with more. Yes, we intentionally made yesterday's live that you would have seen yesterday that just happened for her messy. We are doing everything we can right now to show her the messier, more authentic, and the less she has control, the more fun it is, and the more you all get to receive what you need. So now that her humanness is gone, we want you to be very honest with yourself right now, because that's all you can ever do. You being intimate, you being honest with you is all you can ever do. So if you aren't trusting you to be intimate and honest with you, how is it going to be possible for you to have a healthy relationship with you? Any relationship that you have on your human journey can only be healthy if there's proper communication and trust, right? And any relationships currently that you're in that don't have that probably don't feel good to you. And you don't need to worry about any of that. And we know lots of you are. We know lots of you are in relationships in many ways that are not aligned with you. And so they don't feel good. But you're trying to figure them out and fix them. You're wanting the other to be different or to get you is kind of unreasonable when you aren't getting you. You aren't choosing you, right? You do this so often on your human journey. Now, a lot of you have transcended and ascended beyond this, and you are getting it that your relationship with you is the most important one. And the more that you choose you, the more everyone else will see you. And then you get to choose who and what is in alignment with that through resonance and frequency and energy. Correct? This is how you have the healthiest relationships on your planet. But right now, you're receiving this because there is disharmony, there is dis-ease. We're sorry to bring it to you, but you receive this for a reason, because there's disharmony within you, because you are not fully allowing yourself to be in harmony with your masculine and feminine, your ego and your soul, your heart and your head. And we brought this through a lot for you recently, but we knew we needed to come back through now with this activation that Venus in retrograde is taking you through. Venus in retrograde right now for all of you is making it so clear where you are not living in alignment with you, loving you. So you now have to, and you know we only tell you you have to do one thing: choose you. You have to create and cultivate the most intimate, honest relationship with you. There's nothing more powerful and important for you to do, but not the you that you are healing, not the you that went through everything you've gone through and has your trauma and drama. Okay, we get that's a part of the human journey. We get it. You get it. You're ready to move beyond it. You're ready to alchemize it. You alchemize it by feeling it, allowing it, and choosing you aren't that version of you anymore. You're better than that. Not to say that they weren't amazing, but the versions of you that are still holding on to trauma, drama, ways of being, fears, insecurities, limitations, lack, any belief systems telling you that you have to do anything to be worthy, you are beyond that. You wouldn't be receiving this if you weren't. So just choose it. Choose it because we said so. We give you permission. Okay, just play with us. Just play with us. You choose it now. You are beyond all of that. And now it's time for you to just be, to be the creator that you are here, living super consciously, being the super conscious creator you came to earth to be. Alchemizing in the now through shining the light of your consciousness on the now, feeling what is here, because when you are here and you are feeling, your emotions are messengers. Your emotions are meant to be emotion on your human journey. So you're here, you're super conscious, you're feeling the emotions. They're revealing what they need to. You're shining the light of your consciousness on it. You're alchemizing it into the magic and miracles. It will guide and lead you to what to do. It is really easy, but it's not easy when you are not in harmony. When you are not in harmony, when you are not trusting yourself. This is what we were saying before, friends. You have to trust your humanness and your divinity. You have to trust your masculine and your feminine. Just like in any relationship, the masculine in you wants to hold space for the feminine in you to play and create. On earth, to get here, you're in an experiment and you are one of the chosen ones that signed a soul contract to wake up and remember your power, your light, your divinity, and to play and create and raise the frequency and consciousness of earth. So now that you're here and you remember, right? You're here and you remember, this is what you're here for. It's time to shift beyond what was required for a while on earth. There's been a great shift. There's a lot that's happened. There's been a lot that's happened to awaken you. And you are here in the new earth. And you are here to play the game of self-mastery, to win consciously by having fun and being free. So it's now time for you to find this harmony. So your human now needs to shift out of being in the masculine in the old earth way. Call it toxic if you want to. We don't like that word. Nothing is toxic. It's just out of alignment with your truth. The masculine in the old earth is control. It's control. It's manipulation. It's force. It's It's fixing, it's figuring out, it's problem solving. And you needed that, and Earth needed that. But now you're here and you're beyond that. So don't worry about any of that. And you have nothing to prove and figure out and share with anyone else. That will innately happen through you choosing now to find the harmony. So you're now going to be in your divine masculine, which is the energy, the frequency within you that is anchoring, that is choosing, that is committing, that is devoting to being the creator, to being here present, to making things happen, but you're making the unknown happen. You're here creating what doesn't exist yet. So you're trusting and holding space for the feminine within you, for the creation that wants to birth through you that doesn't exist yet. Just like if you were having a human baby. And you need the masculine and the feminine for that. And then a certain amount of time, 9 months ish, goes by where this creation is manifesting into form. And that happens through attention and awareness and choice. And then eventually the creation is birthed and it comes into the 3D reality. And that is what you're here to do in the new earth. And that is what this metamorphosis is now for you, is you are here to be continuing to birth and create and play with your identity, to continue to create and expand your reality, to live a life that you love, to be free. And when you allow your soul and the feminine energy, the sacred feminine, the feeling and the frequency of flow in the now to just lead and guide, it gets so easy for you to create, and you just hold space and you trust and you continue. You allow that masculine to continue to anchor and hold the container of the now moment for you to express and play in the unknown. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here to do. You are here to play and create in the unknown, and to be in harmony with your divinity and your humanness, your masculine and your feminine, your heart and your head, your ego and your soul, all parts of you. And you have these beautiful, beautiful, they're beautiful. Your subconscious minds are amazing. They are a miracle. Do you know the amount that your unconscious programming that is led and guided and held in your subconscious mind? Do you know the amount that that does for you? As long as you've been listening to us, have you been thinking about how to keep the blood pumping in your body, your nails growing, your hair growing, your eyes blinking, your lungs breathing, your heart beating? No. No, there's a part of you that is doing that for you so that you can stay on this human journey purposely. But because it's by design, your subconscious mind also has a lot of other instructions stored within it to keep you alive that are no longer aligned with the identity and reality you're here to live now. And the only way that you can rewrite those instructions and upgrade your system is with choice and behavior and playing and creating and going in the unknown. But if you continue to be in those states, as Cortnie began this with, of being in the states and in the paradigms of fixing and figuring out and problem solving, if you continue to be there, then that's the instructions you keep playing on. And your subconscious mind and your self-consciousness, your ego, they're designed to keep you alive. And the only way they know to do that is by what you have done. And so the more that you choose to be the 5D and beyond you, to live super consciously, to do what's supernatural for you, that becomes your default mode. But right now, your default mode might be something in between. It might be something that feels maybe out of harmony, right? That feels challenging, that feels limited, that feels frustrated, because you're so conscious and aware purposely, because you're designed to wake up. So you had to be, but now you're here to let it be easy and to live in harmony and to know that you're just constantly expanding and ascending, and every day is here to expand you. And all you have to do is express yourself as you feel called to. There's nothing else you have to do. And yes, on this human journey, in the experience and experiment that you're playing in, it's going to feel messy. It's meant to. But that's where the magic is in that mess. There's not magic in the control. It's not to say things don't happen in that. Lots happened. You've created a lot. You've done a lot. You've made it through a lot. But we know all of you here receiving this are beyond. You're beyond being resilient. You're beyond making it happen, forcing it, fixing it, hustling. How far are you beyond and over hustling? Whatever you manifest and create, you, until you choose to do it differently, are going to have to continue to show up in that way to create it. So yes, you can make a lot of things happen out of hustle and force and sacrifice, and you can work really hard and have things happen. That's fine. But you're doing it in that frequency. And most likely in that frequency, you're exhausted, you're burnt out, you're run down. And so it's not going to last very long. Or your health is going to deteriorate, or your relationships are going to fall apart, because you're going to have to sacrifice somewhere. You're not going to be able to give all of your time. How many times have you said that? You can't give your time everywhere. Your energy, you can only do so much. That shouldn't even be a thing, because you are designed to live with effortless ease, as you're designed to be free, abundant, letting it be easy. So the more that you do what you want to do and you create what you're here to create, you will get more energy and more frequency. You will magically have more time, because time isn't real. It's a part of your linear human experience for a reason, but you are one of the chosen ones here to bend time and to work in the realm of infinite intelligence in the unknown. Having everything you want, allowing everything to be free and easy and effortless for you. And you're designed perfectly. You're whole, you're complete, you have everything you need. You get to live limitlessly. Have we made ourselves clear yet? So the only reason that there's any reason that you have any lack or limitation, or any area in your life where things don't feel easy, or where you feel like, oh, my relationships are all falling apart because I'm having to choose my career. No, you were designed to thrive in all ways. Now, we're not saying that on the human journey there hasn't been points of that to get you here. But the you that's here now receiving this is ready to be fully free, living limitlessly, not having to figure anything out. Does that excite you? Does it ignite and expand you to think of just getting to have fun and create in the unknown and not having to hustle and work so hard? But at the same time, on the flip side of this for you, you could feel like, or many of you do, you feel, you state, or maybe you just give the excuse. We love your excuses. You're so cute. But truthfully, you can give all the excuses you want to maybe you can't have the career you want because you have to put all of your attention and time into these relationships with your kids, with your partner, with your family, with your parents, with your whatever, whoever it is. So you can't do this because you have to do this. You can't do that because you have to do that. You can't have a healthy body because you can't possibly cook the food you want to cook because it takes too long, and you can't move your body how you want to move it because you just don't have time for that. Because you have to do these other things, because that's how, then, when, and how, and who you'll then be and get and receive what you think you need. But then you get there and you're like, shit, I did all that and I'm not happy, and I don't have what I want, and all my relationships fell apart, and my body feels like crap. But hey, I have money in my bank account, but there's bills next month, so I guess I got to do it all again. No. Just no. That is not what you're here for. Does that feel good to you? Does that way of being feel good to you? And we know a lot of you have shifted in a lot of ways beyond that. But we also know a lot of you are still resisting. You're still resisting in ways. You get to have it all. You are worthy because you are you, and you get to thrive in all ways. But you aren't going to know that unless you choose that. So you can continue to live in whatever paradigm you want to. You have free will. But we're here. We're here to come through Cortnie to remind you of your power, of your light, of your contract, of your divinity, of your truth. So what is resonating? What is coming through for you? What do you know we're telling you? Before we tell you what we're telling you, what do you know we're telling you? Correct. You are limitless and you are free. And you just have to live in harmony, choosing you, and everything else will too. The greatest thing you can do is love you. That is how you serve everyone else, because you, loving you, serving you, taking care of you, choosing what you want to, is going to give you more of that frequency. It just is. There's all the proof on your planet of this. Like attracts like, friends. You get what you vibrate in frequency, in alignment with. That's what you magnetize. Everything on your planet is proof of that. You can deny that and think that you're the exception to the rule, and you're the one that has to force and make it hard and figure it out. This isn't true for you. It may be true for Cortnie, maybe true for everyone else that you follow, that you're inspired by, but not for you. You still have to take 10 more certifications. You still need the approval of 4 more people in your family. Definitely. No. Sorry, friends. No. We're here to shatter all of the paradigms that tell you in any way you're unworthy. That's our role. And Cortnie's our portal. But you're receiving this. You can channel us. You can receive from us. Many of you are. We know and we see and we feel that. And we love that. But you're all here needing mirrors. That's a part of the human journey. And so now we are calling you. You are being called by higher consciousness to wake up to your divinity, to your light, to your power, to stop. To stop, as we think it's so cute that so many of you, there's so many fun trends and things that we love that you humans do. We would love nothing more than for you to free yourself from having to fuck around and find out. Yes, we swear. We know it's always hard for Cortnie to hear back because she's worried that people are going to be like, oh, Source wouldn't do that. We do, because it gets your attention, because it's words and it's beyond the words, and words are triggers. For many of you, you're going to love that Cortnie and that Zero just said that. You're going to think that that's fun. And many of you may be triggered by that and see that. It's just a word, and we're saying it with love. Because we think it's fun that you will have this statement that you say. But these are the things, is you have these statements and you say these things like, my toxic trait, and I'm just going to fuck around and find out, right? You say these things and then you create them as ways of being. But what we're trying to make clear to you is you can just be it. You don't have to figure it out. Just embody and be the version of you that is living limitlessly, that is divinity, that is the creator, that is living in harmony, that knows that you're worthy. that is living in the frequency of miracles, that is allowing it to be messy, because that's where the magic is. And that's how you're truly there to create and play and have fun. You only have toxic traits if you state you have a toxic trait. It's not possible on a human journey unless you're choosing it in that now moment. And if you continue to live unconsciously, having your default mode be you living in as the limited version of you with all of your part-time personalities in defense mode, in fight or flight or freeze or fawn, trying to control and manipulate and keep yourself safe, you're going to continue to live in a reality where that's what you have to do. You don't have to create your safety. You just be who you are, embodied in your divinity, vibrating at the frequency you're innately designed to, and what is for you will see you and what isn't won't. But again, you'll only know that when you choose it. So we right now would love to just give you a little activation to ignite some light codes in you. Because if you're still listening to us, you deserve this. So we want to activate codes within you that will confidently live in harmony. Okay? If you want that. You don't have to, but we would like to do this for you. So if you can't close your eyes, you're driving or something, that's fine, but come back for this. But if you can right now, choose you and close your eyes, place your hands on your heart, do it, and then breathe. No magic tricks to this, but it is the ultimate magic trick. Breathe fully and completely in and out of your being, noticing any resistance to it and breathing through that. Fully breathing. Your human can be like, why is this of use? What does breathing do? I'm breathing fine. To those of you saying that, feel this. Feel it. Fully move through the resistance. We want you to for 10 rounds. And we want you to consciously do this. We are going to speak and we're going to bring through some light codes or light language to activate light codes within you. Okay. And all we want is when we say go, you can start now, but when we say go, you're going to go through 10 rounds and you're just consciously choosing, fully expanding your belly, your being on the inhales, holding at the fullness of your inhale as long as you can, knowing you're open, you're expanded to receive, and then exhaling, releasing, letting it all go, and then letting a little more go, exhaling out of the mouth, holding at your emptiness, holding in the void, and then every inhale choosing to breathe in, to drink in, to receive more light, more truth, more love. And then when you exhale, release anything that isn't that and allow yourself to feel into the void and anchor into the everything and the nothing of your 0 point of creation. Okay? So now go, breathe, and continue. Just continue to breathe fully, completely, choosing to be here present, receiving the light of divinity, the light of you, the truth of you, and releasing everything that isn't. The magic and the miracles happen beyond the words. The words limit it. So know that magic is happening. Energetic alchemy is being performed through you being here and breathing. Choosing that this is true for you, feeling and seeing and knowing that light is streaming down through your crown into your heart, overflowing through your whole being, activating and awakening everything within you needed. Just choose it, trust it, embody it. Feel the light, feel your breath, feel your presence, feel your magic, feel the now, feel it all. And allow your feeling it, your presence in it, to alchemize it. This is how you perform energetic alchemy, emotional alchemy, through feeling in the now, allowing your feelings, your emotions, your breath, your humanness, your light, your divinity, all to just play and co-create and swirl and connect and create. And anything that isn't innately you will just move out of the way because it's not going to vibrate. It's not going to vibrate at the level of frequency you are embodying. So just allow and play and breathe and feel and know that we are working beyond these words. And right now, we are going to speak to your super consciousness. So just continue to breathe. Super conscious, are you there? Okay. Super conscious. Do you feel any resistance to the fact that you get to now play super consciously, living, embodied in your divinity, doing what's supernatural and innate for you, knowing that all you have to do is show up and choose you, and you will be divinely rewarded, supported, compensated. Seeing and feeling yourself now, living as the identity of you that is free, that is creating what you want to create because you want to create it, that is playing in the unknown, and just feeling into the identity of you that is present, that is now, that loves yourself more than anything else, that chooses yourself over everything else, that knows that you are of the highest service by being the one, by choosing and loving and living in harmony with all parts of you. Super conscious, please clear, cleanse, erase, delete all memories, all fear, all history, all conditioning, all paradigms, all belief systems. Right now. Delete them all from your system, doing a massive change history and everything as needed. Clearing, cleansing it all. Super conscious, stream in more light to activate now the codes and knowing the power, the magic within your light body, within your cosmic blueprint, ready to be online. Hoa washasakataya, yo yanakatayo, yawa hawahai, hoa sha washasakatai, hoa ya awa hawa katakatayo, yawa yahai, hoa wahai, hawa lakatai, hoanna, yoanna shasakatai, hoanna, yoanna katai, hoa how ya wa ya shawai. Breathe and feel into the frequency, the vibration, the power, the light, the truth, the knowing within you. Feel it, receive it, breathe into it, knowing anything being revealed is for you. And if there's nothing, then just enjoy. Enjoy the nothing. Enjoy the everything. Just be. Be and breathe and receive. It's all you ever have to do. We have just activated frequency, energy, light within you. And now all you got to do is play and create and choose to live in harmony. Choose to be the identity of you that is in harmony, that is free, that is creating and playing, that is taking the divinely aligned action steps, making the choices aligned with you, creating and playing and loving this journey. Okay. Our work here is done today. Know now that you are in a whole new identity and a whole new reality, as you always are, But now you're choosing that you're in one at a higher frequency and more expanded level of consciousness than you've ever existed in. And so it may look the same in some ways, because remember, your reality is a mirror of how you've been in here. So it's an echo, it's a mirror of the choices you've been making. But now you're not that version of you. So don't worry about that. Just be you. Create what you want to create. Turn the imaginary into form. Turn the formless into form. Turn your imagination into creation, into manifestation through putting your focus, your energy, your awareness, your attention on what you love, on what you'd love to do, and then choosing it and being it and embodying it and creating and playing and having fun. That's all you got to do. Trust us. Trust us. Okay. Well, let Cortnie come back through now. We love you. Okay, friends. I have a question for you. Are you doing it? Are you going all in? That's it. Are you going all in on playing your game of self-mastery to win? We are it's not going to end, friends. You're going to continue to shift and awaken. It doesn't stop. You are here to now be in a state of metamorphosis. Don't resist it. Allow it. Ascend, expand, play, create. If you were playing, if you, maybe you have a sport that you love playing, do you not expect that as you play it more and more to win, and you practice and you show up, you get on the field, you sit down to the board, whatever it is that you're playing, do you not expect that the more that you show up and you're present and you create and you play, that you will get better at it? Yeah, that's how it happens. So meet yourself where you're at, get in the game of the 5D and beyond, get in the new earth paradigm, live as the creator you're here to be, embodied in your divinity, living super consciously, doing what's supernatural and innate for you, being the divine human that you're here to be. Just every day, wake up. I can't speak higher of waking up every day. You can give yourself the first 5 minutes and 55 seconds of your day to turn yourself on, to plug yourself in to your highest consciousness. And then you will live as your highest self, because every day you can live as your highest self, allowing your superconscious mind to lead and guide you through frequency and energy. Speak your superconscious mind, your infinite intelligence speaks to you through your first language of frequency, resonance, energy in the now. So be here now. Wake up. Choose you. Can't speak higher of what's come through in Miracle March than having a glass of water, because there's something, first of all, so powerful with water. Second of all, we're in Pisces season still, but we all know, we've listened to, we've heard the science behind the power of speaking to a glass of water, speaking to one apple and not the other, and one rots and one thrives. Like, our words are spells, but they aren't here to, they're here to be played with, to be created with, not to control us. We're here to be beyond the words, but we can use the words intentionally. So when you use the words that feel in resonance with you, to speak to this water, to state into this water what it's doing within you, that it's going to make you more magnetic than ever before to everything you need to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. This light, or this water, is going to move through you as the light that it is, because everything is light. So you feel the light moving through you, activating within you the codes that it's meant to, so that you can be more online, whatever words you want to say. Anyways, can't speak higher of that. I've been doing this every morning, waking up for a very long time and starting my day, just breathing with me, not listening to. So yes, if you've been in any of my containers, or you're entering into any, I give you guided meditations and all the things, because I know they're powerful, and so does Zero. But with this act, for the first 5 minutes of your day, it's just you with you. If you listen to anything, make it be just frequency. But other than that, be with your thoughts, be with your busy mind. It's fine. There's nothing better that you can master than the art of awareness. Because when you're here conscious, it's really the art of life, of living, of being here present, not resisting, not resisting, not avoiding, feeling what's here and choosing, starting your day every day to be the you that is here, present, living super consciously. And the more that you do that and you stop resisting your divinity and you receive what you need in the now and you see and you envision and you imagine what your day is going to be, and then you speak into the water and ask source to lead and guide you through frequency and energy, and then follow through. It's that easy to do. I'm living proof of it. Anyways, that is so powerful. But then everything else, like this is day 10 of Miracle March. When you're receiving this, it's still day 9 for me because I brought this through on the 9th right after the live. But this last 9 days has blown my mind. There has been miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle, because that's the paradigm I'm choosing to live in the frequency of miracles, of being here and seeing even conflict, which there's really not been any. I went through a lot of conflict in my 3D reality from December through to March as I was leading Superconscious Mastery and having to choose me fully, because I put myself in a situation as led by Zero where I had no other option. And so I was watching my humanness resist letting go of all the characters and roles I thought I had to play to be worthy of love from my boyfriend, to be worthy of love from his kids, to be worthy of love from my friends. I felt like I still had to show up in all these ways and do all these things. But I couldn't because I put all of my integrity, my frequency, my energy into what mattered the most to me, which was super conscious mastery, and channeling that through every day, and also trusting and through that, not just creating that, but also listening to it and living it. And that was a huge shift for me. And that was the most important thing, because that's what felt like needed to be the most important thing for me. So that then created, so this is go back to the beginning of this, that created the harmony within everything in my life. Because what I saw in that, in me choosing me, is how much everyone else in my reality started to see me truly for me, because I gave them and empowered them and gave them the opportunity to see me. And now, like, every relationship in my life is better than I could ever dream of. And I had got to the point where I really had very healthy relationships, but I was still trying to manipulate and people please and perform and take care of my boyfriend and his kids and other people in my life in ways I felt I had to be worthy. Because if you don't know, my dad left when I was 5. So old Cortnie, limited Cortnie, that I no longer am, she lived in a paradigm of unworthiness, and that everyone and anyone can leave and abandon. So you have to be perfect and please people and make everyone happy. And then the fact that I channel source consciousness and I see people's high selves and I can see your light in your soul. So then it's like, I see your potential and I want nothing more than for you to see it. So I did everything I could to have people see that, but I did that at my sacrifice. So as I brought through, Zero brought through, as we brought through in this transmission, and yesterday in live, it's all blending into one now. But that's what we're talking to. It's like, I wasn't healthy. I wasn't happy. I was struggling with body dysmorphia and a severe eating disorder, well, pretending that I wasn't, because I just continued to show up and hold space and create for everyone else. But I hated myself and I felt so unworthy, and I never felt like I could do enough. And it didn't matter if I had teen girls' parents telling me that I saved their lives. That still wasn't enough for my human to feel worthy. It's ridiculous. And I'm saying all of this, well, because I'm being told to, but also because I know that we do this, and I'm here to wake you up to the fact that you are worthy, and that you sacrificing and settling is not serving anyone to your full capacity. So just because your ego may have proof that it is creating good, it is doing things, it is not. If you aren't happy, if you're struggling, if you're hustling, if you are unhealthy, if relationships are falling apart, or your relationships are healthy but your career is falling apart, you are here to be in harmony with all of it. With all of it, you get to have it all. And so that's what super conscious mastery and me trusting and living super consciously and doing what I needed to, people started to show up for me. And I had to allow that. And that was really hard. I've never trusted. So my relationship with my boyfriend, even, as much as we have a very conscious relationship, I was seeing a lot of my patterns and my control and my manipulation in just trying to please and take care of. And couldn't handle if the laundry wasn't done and felt like he would be mad, which he wasn't at all. And I had to let go of control and let him do those things. But there was a part of my ego that told me that in that he wouldn't want to be with me if I was just putting all of my focus on this passion, on this dream, not on my work, on my literal like soul purpose. That's the difference. This is everything I want to do, showing up on YouTube, doing superconscious mastery, doing these beyond the portals. Like it's what I'm here for. And he sees me more than I realized. So he could see, and he could see the lit upness in me, and that I could just disappear to my office for 10 hours and have more energy than ever before because I'm doing what I'm here to do. And that made him love me more and see me more. And that made me love and trust him more. And the more that I did what I knew I was needing to, but was very hard for my humanness. And I let him hold space for my feminine to create and for me to be chaos and for me to be messy. And I had so many fucking breakdowns and cried because I felt all this pressure and like I was letting him and his kids down in all of these ways that no one really cared about. I cared about the laundry being done, but only because I was trying to prove something to my humanness. Like it's ridiculous. And so now that and through that, I just kept seeing, just keep choosing you, keep going in flow, being in flow, and things just naturally happened. And now I am literally living a life beyond my wildest dreams. And I did not know I was going to share this, but I'm feeling called to. I didn't know how it was going to come through. I didn't know any of this was going to come through, but friends. So because we're here now with that, and there's so much I could share as to like, yeah, I really did my best. My humanness, my ego consciousness. So this, I guess, is speaking to like the feminine masculine within me shifting out of my masculine of controlling everything. Because super conscious mastery, as much as I was creating it, my divine masculine was there. I committed, I devoted to showing up every day. And I did for over 111 days. I showed up every day and allowed Zero to channel through me, an activation, a super conscious channeling practice, a quantum light code activation, weekly meditations and nidras and identity shifting audios and self-mastery classes, all the things. I showed up and did like 35, I think at this point, one-on-ones with all of you incredible beings. And that was the greatest gift I could have given myself of that journey. But that took a lot of time on my human journey. And I'm so grateful for every single freaking moment of that experience. But when I put super conscious mastery out there, that was my divine masculine, knowing we would show up every day, non-negotiable, because it felt right. And it excited and inspired my creativity, my heart, my soul, my divinity, my feminine. And then I just showed up and it was messy. My human went on a fucking journey in that. Like I know all of you in it and that we'll do it. And it's an ongoing journey forever now. But I know that you all got because you've told me, but like what I got of that, I would have done that for just me. Like it was literally the most life-changing experience on both sides of it, of channeling it and then doing it and then living it and living and being the creator of it and seeing all of the old ways my human used to think I had to be to hold space for people and to create and to know and to hold hands and to make sure everyone was getting what they needed. No, I empowered and continue to empower everyone that does anything with me from that point forward, the beginning of superconscious mastery. I empower you to choose you. To be the sovereign soul that you are, to take responsibility for your journey. And it really is a choose your own adventure. You're going to listen. You could listen to day one back to back and receive different things, just like anything Zero brings through. Anyways, where I was going with this is that was like my divine feminine and masculine chose that. My humanness and all parts of me knew we were doing this and staying true. And we did. And we did. And every time I got in my head and thought, how can I bring through more? What do I need to do? And I got all stressed. I was crazy on my human journey. I watched this. I talk about it a lot in Messy, Magical, Magnetic, but I watch this like battle of my ego and soul daily, of my soul. And we all do this. Like our souls know they just are, and they want to go into the unknown. But my ego is like, no, we have to figure it out. We need to control. We need to make sure everyone is enjoying this and doing what they're meant to. There's no way I could do that. So I just let go and trusted, and it was magic. Anyways, enough about that. Through that though, Everything else in my life had to bend to meet me, to match me. I embodied that frequency. That was the identity of me. I was living super consciously as the creator of that, but also in my 3D, in my human reality. I was being the me that chose what felt right for me every day and knew things would play out. I'd get the time to go to the grocery store when I was meant to. Anyways, where I'm going with this is that that's what I've always brought through from zero, but now I'm living it. Of frequency is our greatest boundary. It's the cheat code to life because that's what creates your reality. So if you're embodied in your divinity, if you're choosing what feels right for you, then everything else gets to match you there. You empower it. And if something isn't in vibrational alignment with you at your highest, embodied in your truth that day, then it's not for you. Any relationship, any opportunity, anything should want to be with you when you are at your best. Just like anyone in your life, would you not want to be with them at their best? Or do you want people to limit themselves and lack and suffer? Do you all want me here feeling insecure? Like, go back to the beginning of this 111-day journey and see the shift. So insecure then. Not to say that my ego doesn't still pop up and I don't still have things, but way less. But it was a journey. I had to go through that. And for whatever reason, my mission is to do that publicly on YouTube. I'm grateful for it. But it is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable because we spent so much time creating this belief that we're comfortable lacking. we're comfortable in the mindset of lack. We're comfortable in the limitation mindset. We're comfortable in these roles and playing these rules that we don't care about. Like that came through this morning for me and Messy is that like I was playing by rules that didn't matter to me, that don't do anything for me. Why? Why, friends? Why? So, anyways, I had something to share with you. I'm not gonna not tell you. So, in that journey, at the end of Superconscious Mastery and through it, I just kept hearing from zero, just get to March or February 7th, which is the end of the live creation of round 1. And so I did. But during Superconscious Mastery, I committed to something I'm doing now. But anyways, that's something someone else is leading me through. I decided to invest in me in a 5D way in my business so that I could have more ease. And so I'm doing that. But then my boyfriend surprised me and booked a trip to Mexico, which was very needed, more than I knew for me. And many of you here know we then zero brought through the divine human turn on, which was so fun and is still here somewhere. I'll link it somewhere, maybe if I remember. But anyways, it's here on my channel. And it's just 11 days of turning yourself on to all of your light and divinity, being the divine human that you are. They also brought through the divine human expansion pack. Like none of this that I could have ever thought of. It just comes through as it does for you. So all of this happened in like the 2 weeks before we went to Mexico. Then we went to Mexico and friends. So like me choosing me didn't make my boyfriend break up with me or feel unworthy or feel like I was choosing anything over him. He saw me and it made him love me more and it grew our connection more than ever before because then him seeing me truly messy, like truly messy in my divinity and my humanness daily empowered him in his masculine to hold space for me. And I was chaos. I was messy. I was a daily roller coaster of emotions and feelings and seeing old patterns and paradigms fucking falling apart and feeling old identities of me dying and watching it all. And it was challenging. And he held space for that. And he loved me more through it. And in that, I then got to be even more me. And the masculine wants nothing more than for the feminine to let go of control, because that's when the masculine feels in its power. This happens within us and within relationship in the world. The masculine energy in any relationship wants nothing more than to be trusted, to be the container, to hold the space for the feminine to be the chaos, to be the storm, to create, to play, to be the unknown, right? So the masculine holds and contains what feels good, what energy and frequency you're embodying, and then you create and play from there. Anyways, so his masculine got to hold space for me and feel me trust him more than ever before. And then, long story long, friends, we got engaged. He proposed. I'm engaged. I haven't said it. It's been a few weeks now, close to, in a couple days. We were in Mexico when it happened. Currently, this ring, it's a heart. It's from a gift shop. Um, I got to have some say in my ring, and now it's up to him, and he's creating it for me. But this was just actually the third one because they're from a gift store, and I have tiny fingers. I don't know why I'm sharing all this with you, but I am. My fingers are like size 4, so a kid's ring's even too small or too big. So the first one was too big, and then the second one squeezed together and it broke. Then there's this one. Anyways, sharing all the details. There's more. I'm not going to share them all here. You have to join Messy Magical Magnetic for all the juicy details. But anyways, he proposed in the most magical way. The whole experience, our whole trip, was beyond anything I could have ever dreamed of. I can go more into, I will, and I do in Messy Magical Magnetic. Maybe I will here over time, but I'm sharing this because, well, I don't know. I'm supposed to, because I'm the living proof that we do get to have it all. And mine and Jeff's journey has been a almost 4-year journey of highs and lows, of separating and coming back together, and continually through the whole time my heart has known it's him. My head, due to circumstances and situations and things, has tried to create stories around things not being aligned, but my heart and his heart have always known. And there was a lot of healing we both had to go through, but we both were choosing to do that for ourselves and continued to meet back at us. And now it's just so amazing. And now we're working together. And friends, I'm 42 and a half. I've never been engaged. I've never been a fiance. I actually didn't think I was ever going to be. I didn't think I was ever going to be a wife. And I was fine with that. But now I get to be. And that's a whole weird experience I'm going through. But anyways, I'll share more. If you guys want more on my journey of that, let me know below if you want to know more like human things. But also, I'm feeling called to tell you Messy Magical Magnetic. It's my private podcast that, yes, you have to pay for and sign up for, because it's literally my heart and soul on display. And I only want beings there that are meant to be. And so if you want to join that, join that. Right now we're 80 some odd episodes in, and it's just me bringing through whatever I feel called to. But I brought through it March 1st that we're doing Miracle Marching into the unknown. And Zero's been bringing through a transmission every day that is literally paradigm shifting, mind blowing, so good. And then I bring through a soul spill, a lesson, transmission, whatever I want to say that day to go with it. But anyways, there's meditations and nidras and all sorts of recodes and fun stuff. And yeah, I shared in Mexico. Messy Magical Magnetic knew before my mom and my best friends that I was engaged. So anyways, felt called to share that. It's humbling to me that any of you even want to go on that journey with me, but it's seeming to be changing lives in ways I am mind blown by. So I'm just here to share. But also I show up here daily, free. So if you're new here, I love you. Thank you for finding this. Thank you for joining us. If you've been here for a while, I love you. Thank you for seeing me and being here with me. And I'm sure you're all going to celebrate me below. And I do know, I know some of you have seen the ring. I was going to wait until I had the real one, but this one's like the most special, even though it's not the original. I do have that. It just doesn't fit on my finger. Anyways, there's a whole story, but I just wanted to share that because I'm just so excited. And yeah, it's a whole experience that I didn't know I needed, to be honest. So just, this is a long one, but that's okay, right? This is just also proof. I'm your proof again of everything I brought through and Zero brought through, and I would love, and I plan to bring through some master classes or something. I actually have a plan. I'm not sharing yet, but talking deeply about divine feminine and sacred masculine energy and living in harmony within ourselves and in relationship. And literally, like, I'm living proof in all the ways. And I want nothing more than to share my whole journey of having a 16-year very toxic relationship. I know Zero just brought through, they don't like that word, but whatever. It works in this way. But that was everything I needed. And he had a very hard situation too in his last relationship. And I was in a state where I was only choosing me, and I continued to every moment of our journey. And now to be here is like, it's so amazing. And I just, yeah, to have that commitment and that someone to choose you like that, I'm sure many of you have experienced it. But at the level of consciousness that Jeff and I are in, and he swore he'd never get married again. And I was choosing to be with him, even if that was the case. I was fine with that. But now to be here and fully committing and choosing each other, and then getting to celebrate our love and our path and our journey, which is so fucking cool. Like, our love story, I wouldn't change it for anything. And there was a lot of pain, but so much love beyond words. Like, our love is just easy. That's the thing. That's something I've become very clear of, is like, we are innately light and love. And I've been talking about this with a few of my like one-on-one clients. Is that like love and living as the channel that you are and the creator, living in the new earth, living super consciously, it's easy. Like, the love that I feel for myself now and the love that I feel for Jeff and all of you and everything I'm doing, it's beyond words, and there's like no feeling to it. So I keep like, there's nothing to it. It just is. So it's so hard to put into words, and that's what I felt with him. Even though there's been words and situations and circumstances that have been very challenging and hard, the truth and in the presence of the now, and every time I've been here feeling, I always knew what to do. And I always knew it was him. But I did leave at times when I knew that we needed the space to work through our shit. And that's all we can ever do, is be here now and choose and give others the opportunity to do that too. Because when we're highly conscious and aware and we're people pleasers and perfectionists, we're really just manipulating and trying to get others to match our core wounds so that we feel better. And that's not cool. That's not creating a life that you love. But when you choose to do the healing by living, the healing now happens by living as the identity of you that is responsible for your reality and is creating it super consciously. And that's what's happening. Okay, I could go on, but I'm going to end this. I am feeling called to tell you, though, as you're hearing from me and you're hearing from Zero, Thursday's beyond the portal for this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse is going to be next level, like beyond words, powerful. So if you want to go into that container and create in the unknown with me, the link is below. It will be 2+ hours. It's timeless. I just tap in and channel the cosmos and Zero in that portal. You will find it. You will do it whenever you're meant to. So it may already be done, depending when you find this, or you can join us live, or you get the replay. But if it's calling you for a reason. I don't know what that is, because I'd be limiting it for you if I told you that. There are words, there is a video to see if it resonates, just like everything else, Superconscious Mastery, Divine Human Expansion Pack, all the things are all here for you to connect deeper to you, to the truth of you. So I say the words I feel called to, but if it resonates, it's for you. And if not, just continue to show up here on YouTube with me. Because clearly, if you're an hour and 10 minutes in with me, then I'm going to trust that there's something resonating here. So I'm not showing up. I'm showing up. I'm not stopping showing up anytime soon here on the Divinely Aligned channel. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay. I love you. I feel so giddy now that my secret is out. Bye for now.